are you. And you, 2 men. Get out.
Not a chance.
Mr. Clancy.
Yeah, you're making my thumb twitch. You don't want to make my thumb twitch.
You can't ask these husbands to leave their wives.
I'm not asking! I'm telling! If they stay, they'll try something on the road, and then they'll kill us, and this whole day is shot to hell.
Maybe you should do as he asks.
Please, Roger.
Yeah, please, Roger.
Anything happens to my wife or child, and I will find you and kill you with my bare hands.
Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Now you proved your manhood, get the hell out. And tell the cops to disappear, too. Men in blue, they also make my thumb twitch.
Look, why don't you go across the street to Community General Hospital? Look for Dr. Mark Sloan. He'll help.
Hey! Hey! I got the bomb! I get to give the orders! And who's Mark Sloan? And turn off that idiotic noise! Now get out! Go! Go! You! Go! The both of you!
Mark Sloan.
Mark?
Hi.
Mark, I have a problem.
Your friend Juliet decided to go into labor right in the middle of the class.
Well, no, but if a man barged into my childbirthing class with a bomb strapped to his chest, I might.
Bomb?
Yes. Mark, do you know a Dr. Adam Embry?
Yes, he has an office here.
Okay, well, this man with the bomb, Bob Bear, he says that Embry's a fraud and that Embry gave away his sperm without his consent.
What?
And furthermore, he is absolutely sure that one of the women here is among his donees.
So he decided to blow them all up? That makes sense?
I didn't say it made sense, Mark. What I'm telling you...
It makes perfect sense.
What, holding a bunch of pregnant women hostage?
Making sure I get my answer.
I don't quite understand.
Well, then try this. Lorraine and I. Lorraine is my wife. We tried everything we could to make a baby. We charted cycles, we took temperatures, we did a variety of positions, 5 years of nothing.
So you went to Dr. Embry?
Right, the creator of families. And that's what his brochures say. But all we got was gift and zift and surgeries and drugs and IVF and 2 more years of useless procedures.
Well, look, it isn't an exact science. You know, some of the very best practitioners only get maybe 40% success rate.
Yeah? Well, his success rate was much higher because he gave my sperm to other women. One of these women. Now, he stole my seed, and I have a right to know who's got it.
All right, look. You let those women go, and we'll go have a talk with Dr. Embry.
No, he'll just come down here and lie, and everybody will believe him. You get that bastard on the phone, or his live birth success rate's going way down.
I'll do the very best I can.
That's right. You will. As long as I got my finger on this detonator, that's exactly what you'll do. And if I see a cop anywhere near here, or if you continue in that patronizing tone of voice, this whole place is going up!
He was a big help. Did you get Steve?
Yeah, he's on his way. Don't worry, we're gonna figure out a way to get Amanda out of there.
Maybe we should just rush him. Our combined weight alone would take him down. So I'm not a patient person. I need some water.
Forget it.
She's scared.
Well, that's not my fault. That's Embry's.
She's also pregnant. There's water in the fridge, and juice and sodas, and protein cookies. I'll just get it.
Just stay put. I'll get it. And sit down. You're making me nervous.
Come on, ladies. Okay. Easy. I still think we should just take him. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Do you think Dr. Sloan can help us?
Honey, I don't know. Do any of you know what's wrong with this man, what he's talking about?
Of course not. He's crazy.
Besides that,
I've been teaching classes for Adam Embry for 5 years. He's a caring and ethical doctor who gives women and their husbands hope. Something a lot of them have lived without.
She's right. You know how long Craig and I tried to get pregnant?
I've always wanted to be a mother, to do right all the things my own mother did wrong. I didn't think I'd have that chance 2 years ago, but now Dr. Embry has given me 3 chances. Triplets.
Triplets?
Mm-hmm.
I want a sharpshooter at every window in this hallway. Yes, sir. You two, doctor's lounge.
Yes, sir.
Steve, what are you doing? Bear said no police.
I can't ignore a hostage situation just because some nut with a bomb says I should.
I don't like having armed men in a hospital.
I know, but the clinic is directly across the street from here, which will give my men their best line of fire, if they need it.
But Amanda's in there.
I know. Hope it won't come to that.
They all have to go to the bathroom?
It happens when you drink water.
Well, then they can't have any more.
Mr. Bear, I understand your sense of urgency in getting your answers, but trust me, these ladies also have a sense of urgency.
No. No bathroom. They get out of my sight, they'll be gone.
How and where? Out that window?
Okay. But you're not pregnant. What's to stop you from leaving?
Because I am the only doctor here, and I'm certainly not going to leave them with the likes of you alone.
I don't like you.
I'm so surprised.
I'm the one with the detonator.
Look around you, Mr. Bear. There are overdue, hormonally ravaged, bathroom-dependent women here. Now, if you get in the way of their bodily functions, I know that they will tear you into tiny little pieces. Now who has the detonator?
Wish I knew more about what was going on in there.
Mark Sloan.
It's me,
Amanda?
Mark. I'm in the bathroom on my cell phone.
Amanda, if he catches you in there.
He won't. He's too afraid to come in here. He's finally learning what pregnant women are all about.
Look, just try to keep him calm. I'm on my way down to see Embry now.
Amanda,
Steve, what are you doing? Bear said no police.
I'm just trying to assess the situation.
The situation is I have 4 pregnant women and a lunatic with a bomb strapped to him.
What does it look like?
What do you mean, what does it look like? It looks like a bomb.
Amanda, it may come down to me knowing as much as possible about that device. The only person that can give me that information is you.
Hurry up in there!
Oh, we'll be right out.
Amanda?
I gotta go.
Thank you for seeing me, Dr. Embry.
Here at the Embry Clinic, we try to help nature become more beneficent. That's our only goal.
Offering hope to the hopeless.
Well, we have an outstanding success record. We use only the most advanced techniques.
It must be hard when those techniques fail.
Oh, very. But we counsel our potential parents never to give up. That hope you talked about. That's what makes families.
You didn't give Bob Bear one. You remember him? He's in your clinic across the street holding a group of pregnant women hostage. He says you used his sperm to fertilize one of them without his knowledge, and he wants to know who.
I knew something like this would happen.
That is true.
No! And it's all her fault.
Who?
Patricia Callender. She was my nurse and my significant other. I know it was unprofessional, and I finally broke it off. But when I did, she invented a bunch of wild stories about unethical practices at the clinic.
And one of those stories was about the unauthorized use of sperm.
And embryos and anything else she could think of. Fortunately, the medical board proved her to be a consummate liar.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Bayer believed her. And right now, he's threatening to blow up that clinic unless he gets an answer.
Let me talk to Bob. I don't know that I can help, but I should at least try.
That's what Nurse Callender said.
Nurse Callender invented those lies to hurt me, Bob. I'm sorry if she hurt you instead.
No! You're the liar! I kept donating, and you kept storing just so you could give it away.
Now, we talked about that, Bob. We stored so that when Lorraine produced viable eggs, we'd have sperm of high motility that were ready to go.
Yeah, so motile that you couldn't keep them in the little jars.
I understand how difficult this has all been for you and Lorraine, but this is not the answer.
Doctor? Shut up. You don't know a thing! Sloan, are you still there?
Yes, Mr. Bayer, right here.
This bastard is a liar. You find Callender. She'll show you.
Mr. Bayer.
And if you don't find her, or if you call me back with something I don't want to hear, then these women are going to die. And it'll be your fault. You see? This guy, he would rather lie and watch you die than admit the truth.
No! Mr. Bear, these women are not your enemies. And if you're right, they're just as much victims of Adam Embry as you are.
What?
No,
Stop.
no.
My water just broke. She's in labor.
Okay, find your own pace, breathe through it. Pretend it isn't happening.
What's going on?
She's having a baby, you moron. With all the stress you've created, it's a wonder they all aren't in labor.
They wouldn't dare.
Miss Calendar?
I'm not due back in pediatrics for 15 minutes. Go away.
I'm not from pediatrics.
Emergency, right? I don't do emergency. Blood mats my fur.
You used to be Adam Embry's nurse, right?
I used to be a lot of things. Now, I'm a rabbit.
Do you remember a patient by the name of Bob Bear?
Yeah, Mr. One taco short of a combination plate. I'd rather spend time with puking kids. I do spend time with puking kids.
Right now, Bob Bear has 4 pregnant women held hostage across the street because he thinks that one of them is having his child. Only he wasn't involved, not directly.
And Adam says he doesn't know anything about it, that this is all my fault.
You have to help us prove otherwise.
Sorry, late. Gotta go. Lovely party, doctor.
Oh, you just told me you had 15 minutes.
You know, I really ought to get me one of them bunny batteries.
Look, Bob Bear is going to kill all of these women if he doesn't find out which one is having his child.
I told Adam that somebody would finally lose it if he kept playing God like that.
So then Bear was right. Embry has been doing unauthorized procedures.
Unauthorized fertility drugs, unauthorized embryo transfers, unauthorized sperm freezing, keyword unauthorized.
Why would he do all that?
Insurance payments,
So he did anything he could to keep charging until the benefits ran out.
which made him the biggest beneficiary of all. He's probably got a boatload of money stuck out in the Cayman Islands just waiting for him and Nurse Perky the beach bunny. And I bet she's wearing real fur.
Okay, and when you went to the hospital board?
Adam makes a gazillion dollars for this place. By the time he was through with me, I'd lost my nursing license and gained a bunny suit.
What about the records?
He said I faked them. Like I could copy that hieroglyphic he calls a signature. Oh, God, I hate that man.
Okay, then look, then you gotta help us stop him. I mean, show us the files. We'll believe them.
And if you don't, I could get thrown out of this hospital for good. Entertaining kids with this stupid suit is all I have left. It's not my problem.
It is your problem if you're the only one who can save these women's lives.
What's taking so long?
You try having a baby and see.
Oh, my back hurts. There's some towels in the bathroom and a water bottle under the sink. Did someone say bathroom?
Well,
Go on.
please don't tell me you're having contractions.
With 3 babies sitting on my bladder, who could tell?
Dr. Sloan.
Hi, it's me. Juliet's gone into labor.
Can you see the head yet?
Yeah, but I haven't practiced obstetrics since I was a resident.
Well, Cheryl's a trained nurse practitioner. It ought to help.
Mark, these women are having multiple births. What if one of them should go into labor? And tell Steve this lunatic has dynamite wrapped all the way around his body, that the detonator looks like a call button out of a hospital room, and that it's attached to a silver box with a red light. I've got to go. Are you sure you're okay?
My blood sugar's through the floor.
All right, well, maybe you should have had one of Cheryl's cookies. It's just a thought.
That much explosive could take out the clinic and half the hospital.
I just hope Jesse's found Patricia Calendar and that she's right and Embry is lying. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell Bear to get him to let those women go.
Lieutenant Sloan?
Mrs. Bear? Oh, thank you for coming down. This is my father, Dr. Mark Sloan. He's been talking with your husband.
Can I do anything to help?
Sit down, won't you, Mrs. Bear? You know, right at the moment, your husband is jeopardizing a lot of lives. If you could just talk to him.
I'm not sure he'll listen. Not anymore.
What happened, Mrs. Bear? What brought him to this?
Do you know what it's like to be a lab rat, Doctor?
I'm afraid not.
stuck with needles, poked at, peered into, cut open, and all so that you can turn into some egg manufacturing robot and prove your husband's worth as a man?
Well, I know those fertility procedures can be difficult.
Bob went nuts trying to get me pregnant. And forget adoption. Oh, the only way he was willing to carry on Bear and Son's scrap metal tradition was with the fruit of his own loins. It's been a very bad year, Dr. Sloan. I don't blame him for wanting to kill Dr. Embry. Oh, I was ready to kill the both of them. But all those women and their...
Then will you talk to them?
Lorraine?
Bob, honey, this doesn't help.
I don't have a choice in this anymore. Embry took that away from us.
This isn't the way to fix it.
I'm doing this for Bear and Sons. You know that. One of these women is carrying the fruit of my loins.
The only fruit here is you.
You know how I feel about this.
Yes, oh yes. Only a kid with your DNA is genetically capable of hauling scrap metal, and for that, you threatened to blow up a bunch of pregnant women? You haven't got the sense of a dump truck.
Mrs. Bear.
You walked out on me, Lorraine. I'm gonna do whatever I have to get my kid.
But it won't be your baby. Even if it is your baby, you blithering idiot.
I'm through talking to you, Lorraine.
Fine. Oh, I told you it wouldn't work. He is totally unreasonable.
She never got it. Never. There has been a Bear and a son of Bear ever since there has been metal. You just don't give up on that.
What about a daughter of Bear? Or wouldn't that be good enough?
Well, maybe. Have to change a lot of signs.
Oh, I'm gonna push.
It's okay.
Push?
The baby's coming down. Okay. Okay, hold on, honey. You almost said Amanda? Take it easy, breathe. Breathe. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Just breathe. All right. Okay, hold on. Just breathe. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Good. Okay. Okay, Juliet. Okay, Juliet. Push. Okay. Go ahead, push. Okay, I can see the head. Okay. I can see the head. Push. Great. Okay. Good. Good girl. Okay. Slow down. Good. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Push again. Push again. I can't do it. All right, easy. Yes, you can. I've got the head. Okay. Good. Good girl. I've got the head. Okay, now breathe. Take your time. Breathe slowly. Come on. Okay, there's one shoulder. Oh, God. Okay, turn, sugar, for me. Come on, baby. Turn that shoulder. Get to breathe. Okay, good. Slowly. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Okay. Go ahead. Right. Go ahead. Okay, that's good.
Come on, sweetie.
Go ahead. Push. Push. Oh, my God. Okay, there's the other shoulder. There's the other shoulder. Oh, my God. You've got a girl. You want her to die? Oh, she's beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so much. That's great. Great. See, that wasn't so tough, was it? No. Okay. Yes. Oh, sweetie.
She doesn't look anything like me. Doesn't even look like her. Guess Embry got you too, huh? You someone else's sperm.
Oh, darling. My husband's Japanese-American, Craig Yahata.
Oh.
Mr. Bear, it's obvious that these two can't give you anything. Why don't you just let them go back to the hospital to make sure that they're all right? Please.
Okay, all right, but just them. I'm not done yet. Not till I get my kid. What are you doing?
I'm just calling the EMT to make sure that they send a gurney and attendant to meet her. That's all, okay?
Amanda? It wasn't low blood sugar.
Oh, my God.
What? What now?
Triplets.
Guys, this is Patricia Calendar, and these are what we've been looking for.
I'm hallucinating. Embry's clinic records.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, what do you know?
So you do believe me?
I told you they would. They need me in the ER.
Yeah, they need both of us. Thank you. You may have helped save a lot of lives.
Well, Juliet, you're gonna be fine, and so is your baby.
You know, that crazy guy over there, he's just crazy, isn't he? I mean, about Dr. Embry. Amanda's gonna be all right?
When you did the in vitro procedure, I guess you had to sign a lot of papers.
I don't know which was worse, the hospital paperwork or the insurance forms. The insurance forms.
Were you ever asked to sign permission for use of unused embryo for research?
Yes, but we didn't want to risk giving any away.
So then this isn't your signature right here authorizing the donation?
Absolutely not.
Well, it's beginning to look like it's possible that Mr. Bear isn't so crazy after all. Any word on Embry?
No, he's left the hospital. He's not responding to his page. His car phone's turned off, and the officers I sent to his house say he hasn't showed up there yet.
We've got to find him. There's more going on at that Embry clinic than even Bob Bear knows about. Dr. Sloan.
It's Adam Embry, Dr. Sloan.
Embry?
I'm sorry, I've been ignoring your page.
I really have to talk to you.
I know. I'm on my way back to Community General right now. I've been thinking about this all day.
Bob Bear was right, wasn't he? You've been forging signatures and stealing embryos and sperm for use in other patients.
Families are built as much on love as on genetics, Doctor. I honestly thought I was helping people.
You have got to tell Bear the truth.
The truth is, it's going to be a while before we find out if any of those women are carrying his baby. But I will talk to him. But something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't stop. My brakes are out.
Embry? Embry! One thing for sure, we can't let Bear know that Embry's dead.
Why not? He might just give up.
No, it's more likely to push him even further over the edge. Bear thinks Embry's the only one who can tell him the truth. If we're going to change his mind about that, we need time to look at those files.
Hey, this is the video surveillance tape from the hospital parking garage. Sweeps the area every 3 minutes.
Are you sure Embry's brake line was cut?
Well, the CHP checked the car when they pulled it out of the bay, said it seemed pretty obvious.
What about the body?
Well, the car was empty. They're going to check up and down the coast, but with those currents, they don't know if they'll ever find the body. Well, here comes Embry's car.
You gotta be kidding me. Do you really think I'd be stupid enough to wear this if I were gonna sabotage Adam's car?
You had plenty of reason to want him dead.
Yeah, you bet I did. He dumped me for that nurse Perky and then made sure I'd spend the rest of my life in rabbit ears.
But those are yours.
Everybody at the hospital knows I keep a second suit in my locker. Kids puke at inopportune times.
I'll send an officer to check the spare for grease stains, if it's all the same to you. I don't suppose you have an alibi.
Probably. Let me think about it. I told you I'd get thrown out of this hospital. I just didn't know it would be in handcuffs.
Dr. Travis to emergency. Dr. Travis, please report to emergency.
Mark Sloan.
Mark, triplets.
What?
Colleen Atkins is having triplets, and there's another woman who is in labor, and she's gonna have twins.
5 at once?
Mark, listen, I may not be up on my OBGYN procedures, but let me tell you right here and now, I know I don't have the equipment or the supplies to bring 5 babies into the world at once.
Jesse and I are double-checking the clinic's records, and it looks like Bear is right. But we need some time to come up with an answer that's going to make him happy.
Well, what do you know? The lunatic had a point after all. Can you get Embry to admit it?
Afraid not, Amanda. Embry's been murdered.
What? Well, that's just great. Bear's unstable enough as it is. When he finds out that Emery is dead, he's gonna lose his mind.
That's why you can't tell him. Amanda, Steve's got sharpshooters watching your front window. If we can't get Bear to surrender.
Wait a minute, you want me to walk him to the window so that you can fill him with lead and I've got a room full of pregnant women? Are you both crazy?
Damn right you're crazy! Amanda! Embry's dead, is he? I knew that bastard would figure a way out of this.
By getting himself murdered?
He's clever. But you, I warned you about the cops, but I should have known that you wouldn't listen. You love to talk too much.
Okay, Dr. Sloan has found evidence that Dr. Embry has been doing exactly what you said he's been doing. If you'll just let me make...
No! No! I'm sick of this. Fed up with it. The cops want me out of here? I can do that.
No!
Hey, take it out in the hall. I'm having babies here.
You people make me so tired.
Those babies are on their way. And since you don't seem interested in letting us out of here, I'm gonna need help delivering them.
Why? You delivered the one before. It wasn't any big deal.
Well, it is. It's a very big deal. Those are 3 low birth weight babies. And if I don't get an EMT and decent equipment here quick, those babies could die. And I don't think you want that blood on your hands, no. Especially since 1, if not all 3, are yours.
Okay. 1 EMT.
Dr. Sloan,
Yes.
I was thinking I could talk to Bob again.
No. I appreciate your offer, thank you.
I heard a rumor that Embry is dead.
That's true.
That was nice of him.
He was murdered, Mrs. Bear. Someone cut his brake line before he left the hospital early this morning.
I could have done it.
Yes, you could have.
And I might have. Especially if Bob had killed all those people. But he didn't. So I didn't. Maybe I should have. Are all those women and are they going to be all right?
Well, they'll be all right if my son can get your husband to surrender. Otherwise, I'm afraid there are going to be a lot more deaths, including Bob's.
What do I do? Okay, I want you to time the contractions, breathe slowly, and relax. Okay?
Okay. I'll stay right here with you.
Hi. Laura's only 3 centimeters dilated. Oh, it's gonna be a while.
We keep having babies at this rate, and we can start our own basketball league.
All right, come on. Close the door.
Thank God the EMT's here.
No quick moves.
No problem.
Aren't you awfully tall for an EMT?
I'm just here to help.
Okay, just don't do anything.
Don't worry. Doctor, would you help me set up the incubator?
What are you doing here?
My job. Besides, you said you needed help.
I need medical help, and I still need medical help.
You need someone trained to handle a guy with a bomb.
So what are you gonna do? Throw yourself on him for the good of the group?
I really hope it doesn't come to that.
You'd rather walk him over to the window and have the cops fill the place with lead?
No, we haven't filled a place with lead in years. Besides, I don't think...
Come on. Okay, Cheryl, I can use your help. Mr. Miller, would you take her place, please? Come on, let's go.
You're an EMT?
Well, I haven't done this in a while.
Don't they do refresher courses?
I missed the last one.
Oh, wonderful. Well, just tell me to take slow, deep breaths and relax. Like this. What you said before about that Bob was right about Dr. Emery, that was just to calm him down, wasn't it?
I'm afraid not. Dr. Sloan's discovered something, but he didn't have a chance to tell me more about it.
It just doesn't sound like Adam. I've known him for years. And he's dead. This is unbelievable.
Apparently, Dr. Embry was very good at hiding the truth.
Now you're supposed to tell me to take one last slow breath.
Take one last slow
Not
breath.
now. Oh, man. If my husband doesn't change every diaper for the next 3 years, he's dead.
I believe it.
These look like transfer records of some sort, but they're all in code.
Lorelei 4 to Bambi 3, Vulcan 12 to Barbarella 7, and then there's a Doc Furt everywhere.
Oh, that's Embry's license plate number saw on the videotape.
You think he was using his own sperm?
That's what it sounds like, all right. You know, we really need Patricia Callender to translate this if we're going to give Bear any kind of an answer.
Look, I don't think she's going to be too eager to help us out after we accused her of tampering with Embry's brakes.
Well, look, find her anyway. You earned her trust once, Jess. Maybe you can do it again.
Take one last deep
Shut
breath.
up! Oh, can I cancel my contract on this baby thing now?
When's she gonna have him?
We have a problem here. At least one of those babies is breech. I need a real OBGYN.
No more people. No, I already got you the one EMT. Not that he's doing anything.
I'm not asking you to let anyone else in. I need Dr. Sloan on the speakerphone. I'm sure he can talk us through this. Well?
Go ahead.
It's a girl. Here, Cheryl. Put her in the incubator.
That's two.
Can I go home now?
You're doing really good, Colleen. We've just got one more to go.
You sure that cop's not going to try to arrest me?
I think he's a little busy right now. And hey, if you didn't trust me, then how come you decided to come back up here?
Morbid curiosity.
Okay, Mark, this third baby is definitely breech.
All right, you can try and turn the baby around, or you can deliver it this way.
Well, no, if I do that, then I risk getting the umbilical cord caught around the neck.
That could happen in either case.
Well, then I'll leave well enough alone. Good contraction? Do I push?
No, just let it happen naturally.
Oh, it's easy for you to say.
Breathe through it. Just breathe through it. You've done it twice.
Okay, the buttocks are free.
All right, now rotate the baby 180 degrees. The first arm should deliver.
It's done.
All right, now rotate the other way.
Okay, I've got it, but the head is still inside. Mark, the heartbeat of the baby is slowing down.
He's trying to breathe.
Amanda, reach in and cover the baby's nostrils with your fingers. Now, gently pull them out.
Breathe through it. Through it.
I got him. I've got him. Thanks.
Good job. You did it. You did it.
Thanks, Coach.
They all look like me.
It's not over yet.
Why, these babies are alive.
Yes, they are alive. But it's not enough to just deliver them and put them in that incubator. They're small, and their lungs are fragile, and they need to be in a neonatal unit.
They're not going anywhere. Nobody's going anywhere with my babies. Just shut up and get back to work, would you? You got another woman in labor, remember?
You shut up and take a look at this baby here. Look at all of these babies. You could be the father. How dare you jeopardize this baby's life? All of these babies' lives. This isn't about you anymore, Mr. Bear, or getting your answers, or Adam Embry. It's about giving these children a chance to live.
Embry's really dead?
Yes.
Well, nothing ever works out the way you plan it, does it? Just give me a second to turn this off.
Sloan here. It's over. Send in the EMTs.
Right away.
Mr. Bear.
Yeah, something's wrong. I can't quite turn this thing off.
And the bomb squad.
Copy that. So I downloaded the plans off the internet. I mean, they seemed all right to me. You can't trust the internet. How can you trust it?
Right, I'll be outside. Good luck.
Fortunately, the bomb squad downloaded the same plans you did.
You know how to disarm the bomb?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you're as good a bomb expert as you are an EMT. You know, I thought the plans...
You thought wrong.
Well, thank goodness that's over.
Sit down.
Oh, what a day. Jesse said babies and moms are doing fine. He's got 2 more in labor. You were terrific. Well, you both were.
You idiot.
I wasn't wrong.
No, you weren't wrong about Dr. Embry. But none of those women were carrying your baby.
I told you.
But what about all that sperm that I was giving?
Infertile. Dr. Embry kept you donating so he could keep billing your insurance company. Once the money ran out, he was planning to use his own sperm to fertilize Lorraine's eggs, which incidentally are fine.
Fine? They put me through all that and I'm fine?
What, you mean to say that none of these babies could possibly belong to me?
As a matter of fact, some of them were probably Dr. Embry's. The records show that he had done that. But none of the babies were yours.
Lorraine, I'm ready to reconsider adoption.
Let's go. Oh, Miss Calendar, I want to thank you for your help yesterday. We would never have figured out what Embry was up to if you hadn't decoded those files.
Yeah, too bad you weren't around 8 months ago when I took it to the board.
Well, I will be this time. They're reopening the investigation. However, you'll have to give up the bunny suit.
No, I knew if I got involved with
The
this
commission
again,
is willing to restore your nursing license if Jesse and I testify on your behalf. Only if you want us to, though.
I have always hated rabbits.
The next time Amanda needs help with pregnant women, you are definitely the one to go.
A little cranky, were they?
Now try homicidal.
You only have a couple of broken bones in that hand.
Hey, guys. I've got Adam Embry's autopsy report.
I didn't know they found him.
Yeah, late last night while you were delivering babies.
He definitely drowned. Salt water in his lungs, contusions from being banged around after the airbag deflated.
Now, that's consistent with the car crash I heard.
No signs of drugs or alcohol in his system unless you consider carob, wheat germ, and apricots deadly. But I can't figure out what time he died. See, the water in the bay is too cold to give me anything more than a 12-hour window.
Just swimming in that bay can be lethal. Imagine drowning in it.
Nah, that bay is getting cleaner all the time. I mean, I wouldn't eat the fish out of it, but it...
Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Adam Embry didn't die in that car crash.
That's Adam, all right.
I'm sorry to ask you to identify him formally. We just had to have it for the records.
I understand. I just can't believe somebody killed him. Do you know who yet?
Man, it's not easy. He hurt a lot of people, like Lorraine Bear.
You think she did it?
Possible. We know she was in the hospital before Embry left. Then I saw her in the lobby later that night. Of course, you couldn't have known that. You were being held hostage at the time.
Right.
Then, of course, there's Patricia Calendar. I know I'd want him dead if I had to walk around on a furry bunny sitting over me. Then there's you.
Me?
You really believed in what he was doing, didn't you? Must have been a terrible shock when you found out the truth. But then you couldn't have done it. You were being held hostage when he was killed.
True. I really need to get back to the clinic. I've got another class.
There's just one thing. He was killed later.
I'm confused.
If someone cut Embry's brake line, why would they drag his body out of the car? drown him in a bathtub, and then throw his body back in the bay hours later.
Why do you think Adam was drowned in a bathtub?
Because if he drowned in the bay, the water in his lungs would have been full of pollutants, and they weren't.
Oh.
Embry staged that accident to make it look as if Patricia Callender had cut his brake line.
Then, who did kill him?
The woman who was having an affair with Nurse Perky, you. He needed a place to hide until he got out of the country. You were the only one he trusted, and he couldn't get to you until the hostage situation was over.
Okay, I was his lover. So what? That doesn't mean I killed him.
Well, a couple of other things showed up in the autopsy report. We examined his stomach contents. Wheat germ, carob, and dried apricots.
So he liked a healthy breakfast?
The same ingredients we found in the cookies you made and took to the childbirth clinic. He was waiting for you in your apartment, wasn't he? He was going to offer to take you out of the country with him.
I believed in him. You know? In the work he was doing. It was all a big lie. He hurt so many people, including me.
He was going to leave you there with the others to die.
He was so afraid of telling the truth, he nearly got me and all those babies killed. And when I confronted him, all he could do was tell me that my cookies tasted like tree bark.
And since he was already dead, what's the difference in killing him again?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Hey, Dad, did you hear? Colleen Atkins named her triplets after you, me, and Amanda. Kind of a thank you for our help.
Guess what, guys? Juliet named her daughter Amanda. Isn't that sweet?
Just 2 Amandas in one day. Colleen Atkinson named her Steve, Mark, and Amanda.
No kidding.
Hey, guys, are you ready? The other women from the hostage thing gave birth last night. A set of twins and another set of triplets.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, but get this, out of the 5 kids, there are 2 Amandas and 2 Marks.
I've got more than you do.
What?
If Juliet had had twins, we'd be even.
One's better than none, I guess.
I'm a little lost here.
Considering you were such a big help, you're lucky you have any at all.
Hey, guys?
Yeah, I helped. I coached. I did the breathing.
Steve. Here's the autopsy report on Milton Wilder, the pimp who was killed in the alley last night. No surprises there.
Good, because I've already reached my weekly limit.
Yeah, I heard. Why was that lunatic down here trying to kill a patient?
Because he blew it the first time. The guy on the table was the shooter's business partner. He embezzled $2 million from their company. When the shooter went to confront him about it, he found him in bed with his wife.
Ouch.
So he emptied his gun into him, but there was nothing left for his wife. So he left to get some more ammo. When he came back, he saw the paramedics trying to save his partner's life.
So he followed them down here to finish off the job. Did he?
That's what I'm waiting to find out. So, am I investigating a homicide or an attempted murder?
Oh, attempted murder. He's gonna live.
That's my cue to leave. I have a date with my son and 4 Teletubbies. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you ask me, the guy on the table isn't the only one lucky to be alive. We all are. No thanks to Detective Lucas.
Hey, she took down the shooter, didn't she?
Yeah, after she told him to kill us all.
But he didn't.
He could have.
But he didn't.
Steve, I think you're missing my point. That woman is as scary as the psycho with a gun.
No, I admit she's kind of unorthodox, but she gets the job done. Besides, at least now she's got a partner keeping her in check.
Well, I tell you, you'd have to be crazy to be her partner.
Amy Devlin may be a lot of things, but crazy is not one of them. She made detective faster than any woman in LAPD history. I think she's aiming for chief one day.
She ought to pick out a burial plot, because if she stays with Detective Lucas, she's not going to be living much longer.
You shouldn't be so hard on Taylor Lucas. I mean, people used to say I was unorthodox.
You?
Yeah, they used to say I was edgy and unpredictable and shocking.
Steve, they were talking about your hair.
They were?
Yes, they were. Remember you had that Rick Springfield thing going for a while? That one year sort of glowed in the dark?
Do you always have to accelerate to a stop? It keeps me awake.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem.
You still not sleeping? You're worrying too much about your dad.
Well,
What you need is a distraction.
Like what?
Like going undercover at dudes.
The male strip club.
Yeah.
Is there something illegal going on over there?
You won't know unless you investigate.
Devlin, Lucas, I need to talk to you.
I'll catch up. Lieutenant?
You know a guy named Milton Wilder ran a high-end escort service? He's dead. Gunned down in an alley outside a hotel last night. Captain wants you to handle it.
He must have mistaken us for homicide detectives. Or are we being reassigned?
No, you're being helpful. Homicide is spread thin and vice is your specialty, so you'll be assisting. Report what you find to me.
We will.
Oh, and Devlin, you're driving the oldest sedan in the fleet, aren't you?
Oh, we prefer to think of it as a classic automobile entrusted to our care.
Well, now you're driving the newest one.
A homicide perk?
No, strictly regulation. New one comes in, the old one gets scrapped. So, take good care of it.
Thanks, Lieutenant, we will.
You can start by never letting Taylor drive.
What's this doing in our spot? Where's our car?
This is our car. Fine. That is just the attitude that worries me.
What attitude?
You don't care whether the car is old or new. You're gonna drive it exactly the same way.
Because it's a car.
With only 5 miles on the odometer and not a scratch on it. Or doesn't that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means it's time somebody broke it in.
Oh, no, we're not breaking anything. We're keeping this in pristine condition.
It's a car.
It's a responsibility. Like the homicide case we've just been given. Our opportunity to prove ourselves and get out of vice.
Or it's a dead-end case they gave us because it will torpedo any chance we have of promotion.
Well, we don't have a choice anyway.
Then we'll get right on it. After we pick up my bail jumper.
What bail jumper?
Lorette Stipe, gun merchant. Doesn't shave her underarms. Took me 6 months undercover to bust her back when I was with the ATF.
You were only with the ATF for 6 months.
We had creative differences.
So let the ATF handle it.
If they could handle it, she wouldn't be out, would she?
It's not your case anymore.
It'll take an hour tops.
An hour.
Tops.
You said it would take an hour. I meant an hour after we found her. Where do you think you're going?
To get Lorette Stipe.
You're just gonna walk in that bar?
I may open the door first.
Oh, you're just gonna open the door and walk in that bar?
That's how I usually go from outside to inside.
So, after you open the door and walk in the bar, what do you think is gonna happen next?
Do you need all the steps, or can I just summarize it under the blanket statement? I'm going to get Lorette Stipe.
You don't think maybe this woman might recognize the undercover cop who arrested her? And that maybe she won't want to be covered by your blanket statement?
What's your idea?
Lorette Stipe doesn't know me.
And? I can't let you go in there alone.
All right, I'm only a 10-year veteran of the force. No way I can handle this.
That's not what I meant.
You think I'm too soft to make a simple bust in a biker bar?
No, it's just this bar. It's not...
You think that because I haven't been thrown off half a dozen law enforcement agencies for going too deep undercover, I can't pick up a bail jumper?
You want to do this your way, do it your way.
I will.
So what does she look like?
I'm looking for Lorette Stipe. I hope you didn't buy those weapons from her. Because if you did and you pull the trigger, you might blow your face off. I want a refund.
I don't know you.
Oh, Now you don't know me. How convenient. My boyfriend is dead because of the lousy gun you sold me. It jammed, and before I could shoot the security guard, he gunned my sweet, innocent Jimmy down.
I never sold you a gun. I never seen you before.
My Jimmy is dead, and I'm a fugitive just because of you and your lousy gun.
Better get a cash refund.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Wait, she's lying. She's lying. I've never seen her before.
Hey, my merchant's good. Oh, is it now? Why don't we take my gun outside and try it? You just better hope it works.
Go on, run something down.
Miss me?
Did you have to skid to a stop? Those are brand new tires.
I think I got him.
What are you doing?
Waiting to return fire if there is any.
Well, wait somewhere else. Behind this dumpster. Behind that wall.
I can get a good shot from here.
What if he fires back?
I'll duck.
Behind a brand new car? We're supposed to be protecting it.
I think he's in the side alley. Well, this is exciting.
Where are you going?
To find the shooter. Lorette's dead. Sorry, I can't say the same thing for the shooter. Hey.
Hey.
How's your dad?
He set off the smoke detector with his cigars, and he threw his lunch tray out the window.
He's getting better already.
Yeah, I even bribed some orderly into smuggling in a corned beef sandwich.
Actually, I did that.
You did?
I was worried about him.
Thank you.
Got that out of your system?
Yeah.
The ME wants to see us. I always thought Lorette would have had more guts.
You can discuss her bravery under fire at the memorial service.
I mean, literally. Don't most people keep their internal organs here?
Excuse me. Stike was an organ donor, and since the cause of death wasn't in question, the organs were harvested immediately.
Wouldn't have figured her for a philanthropist.
Whether she was connected with Milton Wilder.
Which is why we called you down here. The bullet I took out of Stike was sent out for a routine ballistics check. The computer found a match.
The bullet that killed Lorette Stipe came from the same gun that killed Milton Wilder?
And you said going after my bail jumper was a waste of time.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't you ask?
Why didn't I ask what?
I have no idea. What didn't I tell you?
When you said you wanted to pick up a bail jumper, why didn't you tell me she was related to the Wilder case?
She wasn't. I mean, I didn't know she was.
Is this the off-duty cop?
Yeah, shot by a carjacker. BP 90/60, and she's hyper-resonant on the right side.
Okay, let's type in cross and need some O negative. Let's get a chest tube and let's contact the surgeon.
You need blood. You got it right here.
Oh, thanks, but a dozen cops have already volunteered.
That's why I always keep a gun under my seat. Carjacker gets in, they'll have to scrub him off the upholstery. I'm serious.
Doesn't track. Wilder ran hookers, Stipe sold weapons. Not exactly a lot of overlap.
Except the same guy shot both of them, and he's got my bullet in him.
And he's gonna need a doctor who doesn't ask questions, so we hit the streets.
You're gonna get nowhere. No one's gonna cough up the name of a dirty doctor to anyone who asks. They're too valuable.
Hey, remember that guy I dated, special effects guy who did movie gore?
Yeah, the geek who spoke Klingon. You criticize the guys I date.
You don't date.
I don't have to speak Klingon either.
Okay, fine. The point is, he could make one of us look bullet-riddled.
That's not good enough. I mean, even a shady doctor will know a fake bullet wound when he sees one.
Okay, so what's your plan?
Hold on, your arm. I want to get a clean shot.
You're going to shoot me?
Just a flesh wound, barely a nick.
You are not going to shoot me.
We need to find a dirty doctor. Do you have a better plan?
I don't need a better plan to know that your plan is terrible.
Fine. Just an idea.
You shot yourself!
I grazed myself.
I can't believe you just shot yourself.
I've done it before.
You have?
You haven't?
You are psychotic. You do know that, don't you?
It's my best quality.
Okay, now just try not to get blood on the upholstery.
What is it with you in this car?
Okay, just hold your arm out the window. You sure this is the right place?
We hit the streets, I bled all over them, and we only got 3 names.
Yeah, and the first was a veterinarian, the next one was still in prison.
This better be the right dirty doctor, because if the shooter didn't come here, we're out of luck.
Yeah?
My friend needs to see a doctor.
Try selling subscriptions or candy. It's more effective.
She's been shot.
A lot of that going around. $500 cash up front for your basic disinfect and sew. More later if you want extras.
Like what?
Painkillers, antibiotics, a tasty grape sucker.
Can we see the doctor now?
You can call me Dr. Welby. You wait here. Patients only. You were only grazed. You'll have an ugly scar to go with your others.
Why'd you sniff me?
I was admiring your perfume. Layered de cordite. The bullet left powder burns on your sleeve and your arm.
Well, at least it left. Sounds like other people you've been seeing lately haven't been so lucky. You said it was going around?
Wouldn't be in business otherwise. You're gonna need a gentamicin shot.
Is that gonna cost me?
Ooh, not as much as not having it. How did you hear about me?
You treated a friend of a friend last night. Shot by cops down on 29th.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
And how's he feeling this morning?
Glad to be alive.
This is an antibiotic. The bullet may have missed you, but there's still a risk of infection.
Tell me about the guy you treated.
Well, haven't you heard of doctor-patient privilege?
I won't say a word. You will when I give you a shot of truth serum.
Sorry, we're all out of sodium pentothal.
We have our own recipe.
cyclobenzaprine.
Sounds very chemical. Must be good.
It's a muscle relaxant and depressant.
I don't want you stressed.
Ah, some atropine.
Do you know what'll happen to me if you mix those drugs together?
Nope. Give me some of that.
It's a drain cleaner.
We don't want your arteries getting clogged.
What do you want to know?
That's why they call this a truth serum. Every time we make it, people start talking.
Tell us about the guy you treated.
It was a woman.
That was my mistake.
She had a bullet in the chest. It was too deep. I couldn't take it out without killing her. She needed a surgeon.
Did she get one?
We don't do a lot of follow-up care here.
Did you get her name?
She paid. She left. That's all I know.
Well, thank you, Dr. Welby. You're under arrest.
Want to tell me how this happened?
No.
I am under legal obligation to report all gunshot wounds, no matter how minor, to the police department.
Consider it reported.
Not good enough.
She shot herself.
You shot yourself?
She wanted to shoot me, but I wouldn't let her.
You did? You know, we have an excellent psychiatric department here. I could recommend somebody.
It was the only way we could get the line on a dirty doctor who would treat a gunshot wound without reporting it.
Well, I hope you got something useful out of your self-mutilation.
Actually, we know the shooter is a woman, and she's still carrying Taylor's bullet.
She'll turn up soon enough, or her body will.
You know, your suicidal approach to detective work's gonna get you both killed.
If you aren't willing to take risks, you shouldn't have the badge.
How is that wounded officer the one that got shot by the carjacker?
Detective Cole, gonna be fine. Should be sent home in a few days.
Oh, good. And the search for the carjacker?
Still at large, but not for long, I don't think, because nearly every officer on duty and off has gone down to 29th and Figueroa looking for a lead.
Thank you, Dr. Sloan.
Listen, about that psychiatric consultant.
We can talk about it next time I shoot myself.
Next time?
Officer Cole was shot 2 blocks from where we nabbed Stipe. If they were that close, we should have heard something.
Kind of busy at the time, protecting the car, remember?
Not as busy as we're about to be.
What are you doing?
Hoping to prove myself wrong. These 2 bullets both came from the same gun. This is the one they pulled from Officer Cole. This one came from a rapist shot last month by a police officer.
You're saying a cop shot Officer Cole?
I'm saying you did.
Time for a hospital visit. Where's the cop who was shot yesterday?
Oh, gone.
As in dead?
No, as in home.
She was shot in the chest less than 24 hours ago. How could you let her leave?
It wasn't my decision, it was hers. Besides, I think that she's gonna be back here pretty soon and feeling lousy. She left without a prescription for antibiotics and painkillers.
Who's in charge?
Over there.
Amy Devlin, Vice is my partner, Taylor Lucas. We're looking for Officer Cole.
Oh, well, there she is.
I'm sorry, what are you 2 doing here?
We came to arrest Officer Cole for killing Lorette Stipe.
Well, so did we. Washington and Andrews run the anti-gang unit. They had suspected that a cop was helping Stipe sell illegal weapons to street gangs. When Cole was carjacked, a few blocks from where Stipe was shot, they put it together. They came here to confront Cole. Things went wrong. Well, Cole started shooting, we fired back, and Cole lost. So how'd you 2 put it together?
Timing, geography, and a strong aversion to coincidence.
Why do you suppose Cole checked out of the hospital in such a hurry?
Well, the anesthesia wore off. I think she just wanted the bullet out so she could run. Didn't run very far, did she? No. Chalk one up for the good guys. I'll see ya.
You know what you said about coincidences? I'm feeling a strong aversion right now.
I'm just feeling sick. I think we should see a doctor.
If you expect me to shoot myself again, you can forget it.
That won't be necessary. Dr. Sloan, we think that Milton Wilder, the vice lord, and Lorette Stipe, gun dealer, were assassinated by corrupt cops. And we think that one of them was Officer Cole.
How do you know that?
Because the bullet you took out of her was mine.
You shot a cop.
No. I mean, yes.
Not on purpose.
Actually, it was.
Well, so besides shooting yourself, you like to shoot other policemen, too.
I didn't know she was a cop at the time.
Who did you think she was?
The killer who shot Stipe and was shooting at me.
Which she was.
Before we found out she was a cop.
Which she is.
Why don't we sit down? You tell me the whole story. Very slowly.
Okay. We went to arrest Cole, but she was already dead, gunned down in a shootout with 3 other cops. They claim she was working with Stipe, selling guns to street gangs.
I was undercover with Stipe's cronies for 6 months. I would have known if she was in business with a cop. She wasn't.
Do you have any evidence at all to back up your suspicions?
Not a thing.
If we can just figure out what Wilder and Stipe had in common, we'll know why they were killed. The problem is we can't do that using department resources without tipping off our suspects.
Okay, why don't we just start with what you already know?
Wilder ran hookers. Stipe sold guns to wackos. Nothing in common. Besides being human.
And they were barely that.
You know, maybe that's exactly what they do have in common.
You were right, Mark. Both Wilder and Stipe were organ donors.
If Stipe cared about saving her fellow man, she wouldn't have been selling guns to sociopaths.
Yeah, that's what you said when you saw Stipe's cadaver, which got me thinking. That's why I had Amanda check and see if Wilder was a donor, too.
And he was. They both had pink dots on their driver's licenses.
Wilder wasn't a giving guy. He didn't put that dot there.
And somebody else did.
You think the cops are killing these jerks for their guts?
Yeah. Corneas, hearts, livers, kidneys. The one thing the two of them have in common is that their organs were harvested within hours after they died.
That's a big stretch.
Can you think of any other reason these two would have donor dots on their licenses?
These cops are bringing social responsibility to a new low.
They're just bad cops.
Oh, bad is such a subjective word. We like to think of ourselves as providing a service.
Yeah, we didn't have enough murders in this city. Thanks so much. We're just taking out the creeps to provide healthy organs for the worthy citizens of the community.
Somehow, I'm not impressed.
You should be.
After all, we saved your father's life.
Wilder may have been a lot of things, but he wasn't a drinker. Your father got a nice, healthy liver because of us.
If he knew, he would tear it out with his bare hands.
Well, tell him then.
See? It's easy to object to what we're doing based on principle. But when it gets down to real people, you know we're right.
Like when you killed Officer Cole, you putting cops on your list of donors too?
Jackie was compromised and she knew it. We'd all make the same sacrifice if we had to.
Is that how you're gonna justify killing us?
We didn't come here to kill you.
We want you to join us.
This is that scene in every James Bond movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Where the bad guy says, join me, we'll rule the world together. And if Bond says yes, he'll probably have a chance to get away, come back with the entire British army, and wipe out the villain's secret lair.
Instead, he says hell no and gets thrown in the dungeon. I never understood that.
Until now, right?
Yeah. Hell no.
So now what? Little Timmy going to get my pancreas tomorrow?
Too bad. We could have done some nice work together.
Never works like that for James Bond.
If they would have killed one cop, maybe they'd rather go down than kill 2 more.
Right, because deep down, they're really good people.
Did you just hear a click?
Yeah. What is that, some fancy new feature?
I don't think it's standard equipment. Look under the seat.
It's a bomb.
That thing triggered off when you sat down. You get up, it goes off.
Okay, so I'll just sit here the rest of my life.
Well, you could, but since there's also a timer attached, I'm not sure how long that would be.
Great. What do I do?
You might use this moment as an opportunity to reflect on how lucky you are to have a partner who worked in the bomb squad. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What do you mean, uh-oh?
Nothing. Everything's fine. It's just,
What?
Well, which wire do I pull? The red one or the green one?
Just kidding.
I can't believe they put a bomb in our car.
We knew they committed multiple murders. Of course they're gonna try to kill us.
Well, kill us, sure, but blow us up. Our organs are destroyed. What, is my spleen not good enough for them?
Is the light on that thing supposed to be flashing?
Only when the bomb is armed.
Excuse me?
The light, it flashes to indicate the bomb is armed.
But that can't be because you disarmed it.
Well, that was certainly my opinion, but it seems I might have been mistaken.
You said you worked in the bomb squad.
I did, and it was one of the best weeks I've ever had in an apartment.
A week.
A long week.
We gotta get rid of that.
Okay.
There are people out there.
That trash bin.
You don't know anything about bombs, do you?
I know they explode.
Why didn't you tell me you didn't know what you were doing?
I didn't want to alarm you.
I am alarmed. I am very, very alarmed.
What are you doing? Drive.
Look.
Crazy.
Pretty good driving.
Pretty good. They put a bomb in this car and I'm still bringing it back spotless.
Well, while you two have been busy, we've been trying to figure out exactly what these corrupt officers are up to.
And we started by examining how the organ donor registry works. Each potential recipient is listed according to blood and tissue type, and then they're prioritized in order of critical need.
When an organ donor becomes available, we give it to the first person on the list with the same blood and tissue type as the donor. Somehow Lipton tapped into that list.
Okay, but how are they picking their victims? I mean, how do they know that whoever they kill is going to be on the list?
We think they've been using a new DNA database the FBI's been compiling on convicted felons.
So they're generating a list of felons whose blood and tissue type match the most seriously ill patient.
Mm-hmm. Only they've been doing it on the local level, making sure that the right organ gets to the right patient in plenty of time.
If you're right, you can figure out who their next victim will be.
We already have.
We dug through the Southern California donor registry, identified the most critical patient, and then got his blood and tissue type, and then we matched it against the DNA database on local felons. We came up with 4 possible victims.
We eliminated the people who might not be acceptable as donors, and from there we went on. Crook number 1 had a history of intravenous drug use. Crook number 2 was in jail, and crook number 3 had HIV, which leaves crook number 4.
A Mr. Gil Thaxton, small-time pusher who sells tainted drugs, but is a little too smart to sample his own merchandise.
You know, they're not going to go after Thaxton now. They know that you're onto them. If they stop now, they get away with everything.
Okay, well, at least we know what they're up to. Find a way to use it.
Soon.
Amy, would you wait a minute? I'd like to talk to you. We have to talk about your father. Now remember, we said there are no guarantees.
late. We wanted to make sure you were alone.
I am.
But are you the only one we're talking to?
It's just the four of us.
You know, you're taking quite a risk.
It's worth it. That offer you made us, I've changed my mind.
So you don't blame us for the car trouble you had?
You did what you thought you had to do. Doesn't matter now.
So you really expect us to believe that you changed your mind? Just like that?
Your father's body's rejected the liver.
Sorry, we don't have a returns policy.
He needs another liver.
That's not our problem.
Please.
We can't help you. But we can show you how to help yourself. This is Thaxton's meth lab. He likes to cut the drugs he sells with baking soda, paint thinner, basically anything he has lying around the house. He doesn't have a lot of repeat customers.
But he does have one redeeming quality.
He's the same blood and tissue type as my father.
There's just one tiny problem.
Thaxton is still alive.
So, what are you gonna do about that?
Me?
Well, Daddy needs a new liver. There it is. You want it, you take it.
Now what do we do?
We arrest you for murder.
We were following you. We saw you come in. We heard a gunshot. We came in and found you standing over his body. He was unarmed, shot in the back.
Yeah. You were desperate to save your father's life. That's probably how your killing spree started, although we'll never know for sure. Because you were gunned down in a shootout with police.
Everyone is going to know I was murdered.
How?
They're listening to us right now. I'm not wired, but this place is.
Your little plot is over. It's time to give up.
We got him.
They'll fold now. They have no other choice.
We knew who your next victim was going to be. The key was getting you to strike.
Hi. The real Gil Thaxton is in protective custody.
I don't know who you are, but you're gonna wish you were him.
It's not that easy.
Now this is ugly.
Well, looks like it's gonna be a massacre any way you look at it.
Not if you give yourselves up.
You're kidding, right?
You put us in jail, it's the same thing as giving us a death penalty.
Only a lot more painful.
Doesn't have to be that way.
Oh yeah, because cops do so well in prison.
Shooting us isn't gonna help you.
No, maybe not. But I'm sure there are some people on the organ list who will be grateful.
So, who's gonna shoot first?
That's psychotic. What kind of person thinks like that?
I can think of a few.
Well, we have to do something to stop them.
We can call for backup.
We can't wait. Buckle up.
Buckle up for what?
We're going in.
You go through the wall?
You got a better idea?
I don't have to have a better idea to know that your idea is terrible.
I'm really tired of people saying that to me.
No, wait a minute. Hold on, let me out.
First corrupt cop who moves never moves again.
You're all under arrest.
You all right?
That's an experience I could have lived without.
I'm not sure I could have.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking of saving your life.
And you couldn't have done it without the car?
I don't know. I didn't give it any thought.
Now, see, that is exactly your problem. What's my problem? This whole not thinking thing.
How long do you think they'll survive together?
Longer than anyone that gets near them.
I think if I were a criminal, I'd be very afraid.
I said...
I'm not a criminal. I am very afraid.
That chemical unit? Right over here.
There was nothing in that microwave to cause it to catch fire.
Think maybe this wasn't an accident?
I don't know. Is there any reason to suspect why someone might want to kill Marissa?
Well, folks, you know, accidents do happen.
It does seem suspicious.
What about the food assistant?
Oh, he'll be fine. They'll take him to community general.
And Marissa Parkhurst?
Come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll come back when you're dressed.
Come in. Come in. I'm dressed.
I've just spoken to my lawyer about suing the company that made that microwave. Obviously, the design is flawed. I could have been killed. Would you look at this? My follicles are scorched.
You know what? Might be a good idea to have you looked over at the hospital. You know, you inhale a lot of smoke.
I held my breath. Thanks to yoga, I can suspend breathing for 2 minutes, 41 seconds, and my hair follicles will be fine. I'm using my own yoga chamomile lanolin hair mask with flaxseed for extra shine.
Miss Parkhurst, you don't want to take any chances. It'll only take about an hour.
Doctor, if I had an hour, I'd plant an herb garden. After this promo, I have a meeting to discuss colors for my line of linens, followed by a cocktail party to launch my new magazine, followed by dinner with the designer of my pottery, followed by midnight aerobics.
It sounds like you might have a little problem with insomnia.
Bite your tongue. Insomnia is the secret of my success. Tell Keith that I have 50 more minutes scheduled for this promo, and then I'm out of here, okay?
Okay. Need anything else?
Not now, but don't go too far.
What are you making?
Grated carrots.
I mean, what recipe are you making?
Grated carrots. They're my lunch. I only eat pure food simply prepared. Care for one?
No, thanks. I'm trying to cut back. Some explosion, huh? Miss Parkhurst, she's pretty popular with the people around here, huh?
Marissa? To know her is to loathe her.
Well, you don't think anybody would try and do her any harm, do you?
Harm her, no. Murder her? Maybe. Keith tells me you're a surgeon.
Yeah.
I hope you won't think me presumptuous, but I need your help, desperately.
What's wrong?
My numbers.
Your blood pressure? Cholesterol?
Ratings.
Rating? Yeah, I don't see how I can be of any help to you.
I need someone like you, to endorse the Elliot Grayson Healthy and Happy Cookbook. You're a surgeon. You've seen the fat clogging people's arteries, choking the very life out of them.
I'm a trauma surgeon.
My book could save thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of lives.
Seaweed souffle. Tofu trifle.
An endorsement from you would mean greater credibility, bigger sales, better time slot, rising ratings, more viewers, and thus fewer deaths from cardiac arrest.
You know, Mr. Grayson, I do believe in a healthy, well-balanced diet.
I knew it. Just looking at you, I could tell.
But I have to disclose to you, I also own a barbecue restaurant.
Well, I hope you can live with your conscience.
You looking for me? They move the trailers for the fire trucks.
You should see the mess in there.
I know. I sent Josh to replace the food that was ruined at my station. Oh, now where were we?
Is there any reason why someone might want to harm Marissa Parkhurst?
Only if they knew her. Come here.
Renee, it's me and Connie.
Just a minute. This shouldn't take long. Maybe you could wait somewhere. In the bathroom, perhaps.
Now who's embarrassed, huh?
Oh, no. Connie and Camille say such terrible gossips. Let's not let them ruin this wonderful relationship before it even gets started.
Hey, Renee, are you playing hide and seek?
Camille. Is it my imagination, or are you two even more beautiful in California than you ever were back home?
Now, Renee. Now, do you stay up nights thinking up these little bouquets, or do they just come to you on the spur of the moment? No.
Oh, you flatter me.
We came to ask a favor.
Yeah.
Give me a cookie, I promise you anything.
I told you this would work. We want to hire your assistant.
Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Now, because he's so good.
I know, I would be lost without him.
Well, it's your fault that we have to ask.
My fault.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, if you had not convinced us to leave Tennessee.
Well, we'd still be catering Elks picnics instead of hosting our own nationally syndicated television show.
And traveling the world to promote our new cookbooks.
With no time at all to do all the good things that a good personal assistant would take care of.
But if you don't want him to leave...
I would never want to stand in his way. Make him an offer. If he wants to go, then bless him.
Oh,
Renee, they're ready. Do you know where Connie and Camille are?
Oh, we're coming. We'll go and give whoever you got hiding in the bathroom time to come out. Bye-bye.
C'est la vie. Now, where were we?
Making promos.
All right, people, now we're running a little late, so we'll start with you, Marissa.
I think I'm up next.
No, well, let's use Dr. Travis just for a change of pace.
Sure, okay, I'm ready.
Okay. You want to go around with Marissa, please? Action.
Hello, I'm Dr. Travis, inviting you to the Cuisine Channel's Celebrity Chef Cook-Off, featuring, among others, the amazing Marissa Parkhurst.
Perfect for entertaining. Chicken Marissa, made from my own free-range chicken and vegetables, straight from my garden, presented in my lovely pottery casserole, available through my catalog along with my lovely hand-loom pot holders.
You have your own loom?
And a churn and a smokehouse and a wine press. You have a problem with that?
So when do you relax?
I'm relaxed right now.
Cut!
I need another take. He wrecked it.
I know.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Mark Sloan, inviting you to the Cuisine Channel Celebrity Chef Cook-Off, featuring those two sassy sisters, Connie and Camille Carmichael. So what's cooking today, ladies?
Well, cornbread.
And country fried rabbit with pork rinds and sassafras root. It's a country boy's idea heaven.
Hello, I'm Dr. Amanda Bentley, inviting you to the Cuisine Channel Celebrity Chef Cook-Off with Chef Elliot Grayson.
Couscous with currants and crudité. Eat this if you want to live till Tuesday.
And cut, Inspire. You are very good, Dr. Bentley. The camera loves you. Why don't we use you for Renee as well? Yeah, you want to take this, Bob? I've got something I've got to take care of.
Oh, thank you.
Cilantro.
I forgot it.
Josh.
I'm sorry, I remembered everything else.
Okay, no problem. I know something I can do that involves just a little bit of my own special magic. Amanda, please. My own secret formula. Kapow! Get ready. This is to die for.
Oh, my God. You're firing me.
No, why would I fire you?
My ratings are down. You hate me.
Your ratings are fine for their time slot. Most people don't cook at 3 a.m. You know, and I don't hate you.
You brought me a gift basket. What else could it mean?
Elliot, I am not firing you. Oh, my God.
Oh, what a cheap play for attention.
Dr. Sloan?
sorry.
No! No, he can't be dead. You have to keep trying. You keep trying, Renee.
Amanda, honey. Amanda.
No.
What happened? Well, it'll take an autopsy to be certain, but all the signs point to anaphylactic shock. The victim's name was Rene Fontenot. He was flushed, his windpipe swelled shut. Pretty sure there's fluid in the lungs.
Anaphylactic shock, that'd be caused by a food allergy?
Yeah, he was allergic to shellfish. Mark is talking to the coroner right now.
But he was very careful. I mean, he never cooked shellfish, never even touched it. He was cooking chicken. He never went near a product or medication with iodine. He had one close call 5 years ago when he ate some sea bass that had eaten shrimp, and it almost killed him. He was paranoid about iodine.
That's not all. Just moments before he died, the microwave on the set exploded.
All right, folks. Nobody leaves this set without my permission.
I just want to say that if Renee was indeed murdered, I'll do everything in my power to help find the killer.
You and Rene Fontenot were close?
Oh, yeah. He had the highest ratings on my network. Yeah.
Amanda, coroner agrees it was most likely anaphylactic shock. You and Renee.
We were friends.
Could have been a short.
Somebody could have deliberately sabotaged it.
Yeah. Just you're pretty good with these things. You think you could take a look at it? See if you can figure out what made it explode?
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly brain surgery.
Wear your gloves.
Although I know how to do brain surgery.
Goat cheese? You put goat cheese on my beautiful crouton? I told you to use camembert, you cretin. You will never work in this town again. If I ever hire another chef who wasn't trained in Paris, just shoot me.
That would be illegal, ma'am. You know, I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you seem to have quite a temper.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lieutenant Steve Sloan.
It's a slapdash world, Lieutenant, full of lowlifes who wash their colors in with their whites. I have standards and damn little tolerance for people who don't. That's why I'm so successful. I'm stern, but I'm fair. I elevate my audience. But you're not here to talk about my audience, are you?
You and Rene Fontenot, you got along all right?
We met when we were students at the Culinary Institute, and we stayed close friends ever since.
Then you should know if someone wanted to kill him. I know you want us to find Renee's killer.
Of course. You might want to talk to his ex-wife. Their breakup was pretty volatile.
And where would I find her?
Why, right here at the studio, of course. He used to be married to Camille Carmichael. One day in the studio, I overheard Camille and Renee arguing. They didn't see me. Everybody knew that Renee cheated on her. Everybody but poor Camille. Apparently, one day, the infidelity became so flagrant that even she couldn't ignore it any longer. When I heard them, she was letting him have it with both barrels. She accused him of stealing some sandwich recipe from her and her sister. She slapped him, and then she threw a ring at him and stalked off.
How long ago was that?
About a year ago.
That's a lie. You think that I didn't know from the beginning of my marriage that he was cheating on me?
We're just trying to get an idea of who might have had a motive for killing Mr. Fontenot.
Are you saying Miss Parker's story isn't accurate?
She must think I am some simple little country girl with grits for brains.
So you knew he had an affair. Must have made you angry.
Of course, it made me angry at first, but...
Oh, heck. Who can stay angry at a force of nature, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you, Renee was as completely irresistible to women as a 50% off shoe sale. Look, my sister and I, we grew up with Renee. I knew he could never be faithful, but I admit it. I loved him anyway.
What about the argument that Marissa overheard?
It's true. I finally had all I could take from Renee. Oof. As much as I loved him, I needed a more stable relationship, but I truly was more sad than angry, and I was determined that we would remain friends.
So there were no harsh words whatsoever? It's kind of hard to believe.
Well, I was annoyed at him for taking my recipe for muffalata sandwich.
Muffalata sandwich? I haven't had one of those in years.
What is muffalata?
Oh, it's like taking New Orleans and distilling it into one sandwich. That's muffalata.
Connie and I invented a special remoulade for our muffalata, and when I saw the galleys of Renee's new cookbook, well, there was the recipe for the remoulade, our remoulade. Now, when I confronted Renee, he immediately apologized and went straight to the phone to call his editor to give us credit in his book. If you don't believe me, check out Chapter 7, Sandwiches from Around the World, page 94, fourth paragraph, third line.
So you didn't slap Renee and stalk off the stage?
We hugged. We hugged and we kissed goodbye. One other thing, you know, we weren't on the stage. We were in Renee's trailer. And if Marissa was there, I'd like to know where the hell she was hiding.
Steve? Got a minute?
The insulation had been replaced with a flammable material, causing it to catch fire when she started it up.
So then it was planned.
I'm not sure what that has to do with Renee's death.
I think maybe Marissa Parkhurst might be able to tell us a little bit about that.
Miss Parkhurst?
I didn't see her on the set.
I told her not to leave. Have you seen Marissa Parkhurst?
No, she hasn't come this way.
Well, we better split up and find her.
Let it go! No, it's not yours! I don't care, it's gonna be mine. You can't have it! Those are private.
Ah, the elusive Miss Parkhurst. What's that?
It's disgusting. It's not disgusting. It just really isn't anybody's business.
Pictures of Marissa. Pictures of lots of women. Apparently they have nothing to hide.
I'm so embarrassed.
In limber.
Oh, please, leave me alone. Don't go, I didn't mean it.
Were you and Renee in love?
I guess so. He said he was. I was beginning to.
You didn't tell anybody.
Mark, I wanted to be sure. I have CJ to think of, and now Dion. I can't just go out there and do whatever. And if I'm unsure, then it's unfair to the children. And now those awful photographs.
You didn't.
No, of course not. Mark, all those women, I had no idea. I feel so foolish.
You should go home.
No, Mark, I want to stay here.
Look, there's no telling what we might find out about Renee Fontenot and why anybody would want to kill him. And whatever it is, you're probably not going to like it.
Mark, I've already seen the worst. Besides, we still have the promos to do. When there's something
And honey, you're emotionally involved. Now, you should go home. I'm sorry. I'll take you to your car.
Mark.
17 women, all posing with big grins and not much else. How did he get away with this?
Renee was irresistible. Women would do whatever I asked.
I don't know a single guy that could get away with this. What did he have?
I can't describe it, Lieutenant. There's no formula. Women know it when they see it. It's like every woman he met had PMS, and Renee was chocolate.
He conned all these women.
It wasn't a con. It was our pleasure, Detective. Believe me.
What I find hard to believe is that none of you were jealous.
I suppose I was. At least a little bit. I envied Camille. Obviously, they could be together whenever they wanted. We had to hide. I hated it, sneaking in and out of his trailer like some cat burglar in heat.
Camille told us that she broke up with Renee in his trailer, not on stage. You were there, weren't you?
In the bathroom. You can't tell Keith about this. He doesn't know.
Why would your producer care if you and Renee were romancing each other?
He's Well, you know, he's my husband.
Have you seen my dad?
No, listen, please, tell me that you're gonna let my people go home. They're getting edgy as hostages, and it's driving me crazy.
I'm sorry, not yet. But there's a question I need to ask you.
What?
It may not be easy to answer.
Oh, no, Detective, I am a producer. There are no hard questions. Except maybe, why are your ratings going down?
Okay. Did you know your wife had an affair with Renee?
Well, I knew this would come out. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. I think every woman that Renee ever met, he slept with. But, oh, God, now you don't think I had anything to do with this death?
Jealousy is a pretty powerful motive for murder. Unless you're saying you just didn't care.
You care? Of course I cared. You know, I care like you care when a thunderstorm rains out your golf game. You really wish it hadn't happened, but there's nothing you can do about that.
Your wife is hardly a golf game, and Renee wasn't rain.
Detective, I am a limited man. I have two things in my life that I enjoy: my beautiful and accomplished wife and my oldest friend, Renee. Now, if I'd have lost my temper about their having had an affair, then I would have lost them both. And how would that have served my life better?
Still, in the heat of the moment.
No, there's no heat. There's no heat. I told you, he was my oldest friend. We started business together. We were younger then. Yeah, we worked together in this hole-in-the-wall dive in an alley in New Orleans. Clientele wasn't very refined. If it wasn't burgers and beans, they wouldn't eat it. Yeah, we had a great time. We even roomed together. Yeah, and we planned our glorious futures over beer and grits breakfasts. Happy times. Those were the days, my friend. Those were the days.
Well, Renee's dead. And I want you to find his killer, but that doesn't give you the right to expose my private life.
We're not exposing anything, Miss Carmichael. We're investigating the murder. Anything you say will be between us.
Okay, yes, I had an affair with Renee. Well, several of them, actually. It was sort of off and on. Renee wasn't really a steady Eddie.
You kept this affair a secret.
Well, absolutely. Now, all this happened before Camille and Renee were married. And then, again, a little after they were separated. But still, if she knew, she would probably throw the hissy fit of all time.
And you were afraid she'd be so mad that she might do something stupid, like kill your Renee.
Oh, no. She's my sister. I didn't want to hurt her. I was an idiot.
For being with Renee or for letting him take your picture?
Oh, no, nobody ever regretted being with Renee, ever. No matter how it ended. So I suppose this officially makes me a suspect, huh?
No more or less than anybody else in this album. You know, your sister said that you and she went to school with Renee.
Ah, yes.
So where did that French accent come from?
Pretension. See, to begin with, his name was not Rene Fontenot. No, it was Don Eddie Wolfstein, and he is from Memphis, not New Orleans. See, his parents both worked, so he was always over to our house, and even then, he was just such a cute little scamp. I mean, you would not believe the things he got away with.
So you must have known him when he and Keith Dunn were partners in a restaurant.
Partners? Well, who told you they were partners? No. Keith was the boss, and he treated Renee like a slave. I mean, my Lord, he made Renee do all the dirty work, and he paid him next to nothing. But Renee got even.
How did he do that?
Oh, after Keith's restaurant burned down, he started the Cuisine Channel on a shoestring. But see, by that time, Don Eddie Wolfstein had become Rene Fontenot with a reputation for being a hot Cajun cook. So when Keith offered him a show on the channel, Rene just smiled and made him pay through the nose.
Steve, come quick. We found something.
Amanda, what the hell are you doing here? I thought we told you to go home.
Well, you did, but then I remembered something that might be a clue. And Mark asked me, well, what is it? And I said, I'm not going to tell you unless you let me stay and help find Renee's killer.
Look, all right, I get the picture. Everybody, you can go back in the stage and just let us handle this.
We're all involved in this.
Well, that's right. I have a right to know.
If you've discovered something, we all ought to know what it is.
Well, I wasn't expecting a crowd.
Well, you sure got one.
Everybody, just wait out here.
Well, apparently when Amanda was waiting here in the bathroom, she noticed this wooden panel was pulled loose from the base.
Well, Rene was a fastidious man.
Fastidious?
He never would have accepted shoddy finish work.
We came back to have a look.
Have you touched this?
I haven't even breathed on it.
No, as soon as we saw it, I came and got you.
What is it?
What's inside?
My Lord, would you look at that?
Where'd Renee get that kind of money?
Are you dense? He was obviously blackmailing someone.
Renee wouldn't do that. You're right. Renee's a lover, not a thief.
He had plenty of money. He didn't have to blackmail anybody. And he wouldn't have. He was an honest man.
You know, it may or may not be blackmail, but Steve, you may want to check out Renee's bank records. Jesse, would you check something out for me?
Sure, what do you need?
Mr. Dunn, several people have suggested that of everyone here, you're the one most capable of putting your hands on the $100,000 that's in that briefcase.
I would die. I really would if Marissa knew this, but that's not true. I don't have $100,000. Not in cash, not in securities, not in anything.
But you own the cuisine channel.
There's mortgage to the hilt, right down to the tart pans. I've secretly been trying to sell it.
I'm surprised. Food is very popular. Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, but it's not like anybody's going to starve if they don't use our recipes, you know? I mean, who's going to buy the cuisine channel without the great Rene Fontenot?
No wonder you remain friends. Renee's been your biggest asset, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I told you I didn't kill him. But, you know, I think I might know who did. Yeah, because one day last week I was walking to my office and I heard Elliot and Renee arguing. I mean, they were screaming so loud they didn't even notice me. Elliot was raving at Renee about his cream cuisine, calling him a cholesterol killer. And then Renee said that Elliot was just jealous because he was the star of the show before Renee came. Now, losing two of my chefs is certainly going to kill any deals to sell this channel. But, you know, I thought I owed it to Renee to tell you.
Liar! Liar! Damn liar! Let me go on. Let me tell you the truth.
Look, you're not going anywhere near Mr. Dunn.
Mr. Grayson, you tell us. We'll take care of Keith Dunn.
I wasn't the one who argued with Renee. It was Keith. Actually, it was more like a brawl. They were throwing things and yelling about who had done more for the other one. Can you imagine two grown men acting like hoodlums? Keith threatened to fire Renee. Renee said, go ahead. The cuisine channel would go down the drain without him.
That all?
What more do you want? It was barbaric. Of course, I would expect that sort of behavior from them. Keith, in particular, is quite the insensitive boor. Do you know what he did to me today?
No, but I expect you'll tell us.
Not 2 hours ago, he gave me an expensive gift.
That would certainly frost me.
Pate, cheese, red wine. I would rather eat nails, and he knows it.
Lucy, I live with my husband. You did. Oh, no, you didn't. Ow,
I saw your picture in his album.
Oh, I couldn't leave my
Ed, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Renee is dead, and all you can do is bicker about who had him last.
She slept with my husband. Well, he wasn't your husband at the time.
That doesn't matter. What matters is Renee is dead, and someone here killed him.
Lieutenant Sloan here.
In case you haven't figured it out, darlings, she's another member of the club.
I beg your pardon.
Sure.
I'm not a member of any club.
Are you saying you didn't have an affair with Renee?
Got it.
Well, I might have.
Oh.
Probably would have, but it wasn't just a,
Oh, well, it wasn't for any of us either, honey. That was just Renee.
All right, thanks. The coroner finished the autopsy. You were right. Fontenot died of anaphylactic shock. Iodine.
Where did it come from?
Well, they analyzed all the ingredients he used and found it in his shaker of spices. Renee's famous magique was full of iodine.
Now, who handed the magique to Renee?
I did.
not really a suspect, but I can't let you go yet. I'm sorry.
We'll get this worked out.
I know. Steve, I just remembered something. As soon as I came into the studio, it happened. There was a lot of confusion, and my first instinct was to make sure Renee was all right. But he wasn't in his kitchen set. Josh was. He didn't think anyone was looking, and I didn't think anything of it at the time.
But I saw Josh take Renee's Majik and remove some of the secret formula and pour it into another bottle and take it away.
That's a lie. She's just saying it so you won't think that she did it.
That formula is worth a fortune. Manufacturers have been after Renee for years to license it. Renee Fontenot's Magic, more famous than the Colonel's 9 herbs and spices. Now available, you know what? The company that makes it strikes gold, but Renee, he wasn't interested.
Why are you suggesting that Josh stole the formula to have it analyzed so he could sell it?
I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Well, if you did, you were in for a big disappointment. Magic's a scam. Secret spice is my foot. It's salt. Kosher salt, sea salt, table salt, every other kind of salt, and all of it colored with vegetable dye to look exotic.
You mean Josh stole salt?
Oh, I was his wife, and he never told me what was in it. Ah! No, you know what? You know what?
All right, that's enough. Knock it off.
Lieutenant, you're getting away!
You're a doctor.
I never did like you.
I think it's time for you to come clean, Josh. You rigged the microwave to create a diversion so you could steal the Majik.
All right, yes, I did it. I shorted out the microwave and I stole the Majik.
Why?
Renee wouldn't sell it, which didn't make sense. It's not like he was rolling in bucks.
So you saw an opportunity to steal from your uncle and you just took it.
You think I don't feel guilty?
I think you feel caught.
I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't.
Well, maybe your uncle found out you stole the formula. Maybe he fired you. Maybe you got angry and killed him so you could keep the formula.
No. I loved my uncle.
Everybody did.
Be sure to mention that to the jury.
Well, Steve, listen, before we arrest anybody, maybe we ought to talk. Is there some place private we could go? And could I get a chalkboard, some chalk? Now, Renee was having an affair with Connie.
Either before or after he was married to her sister, Camille.
Yeah, which was either before or after Renee had an affair with Marissa.
Which was during the same time Marissa was married to Keith Dunn.
Makes you wonder how they had time to cook.
What's worse is they all lie and contradict each other. I think it was Congress.
Hey, I've got it.
What is it? Yeah, I think I know what happened.
Can everyone gather around? It's important.
I'm losing money every minute I stand here.
Can't you ever think of anyone but yourself?
Why would I? Is anybody else thinking about me?
You know, if we could just focus here for a second, I think Dr. Sloan wants to say something.
Thank you, Jesse. Let's start by talking about lies. Now, each one of you told a lie. Yes, you did. With one thing in common. You all lied about your personal lives. One exception. Keith Dunn lied about his business. That got me curious. So I asked my colleague, Dr. Travis, to do a little research. Keith, you said that your restaurant was doing well, but the truth is that neighborhood had changed a lot, and your business was declining, seriously. And on top of that, you weren't the sole owner. You were up to your neck in debt to some investors who wanted their money back.
Where is this leading, Dr. Sloan?
To the mysterious fire that burned your restaurant down.
It was terrible. It was devastating.
Oh, I doubt that. You collected that insurance money and left town. Your investors didn't get a dime. And you put every nickel of it into the cuisine channel. That little fire made you a fortune, didn't it, Keith?
If you're insinuating that I had anything to do with that fire...
I'm not insinuating. I know you did.
The authorities investigated that fire, and there was no evidence that it was anything but an accident.
But someone knew, didn't they?
Dr. Sloan, are you implying that Renee was blackmailing Keith?
Well, the money was in Renee's trailer. It's a pretty obvious assumption, you know.
Renee would never do that. He's just not the type.
Yeah, I thought that too. So I had Steve do a little checking for me.
There were no bank deposits to suggest that Renee had any source of income outside of his job.
Well, I told you.
And then I realized that there was somebody else who had access to Renee's trailer. Josh, you pretty much came and went as you pleased, didn't you?
I wasn't blackmailing anybody.
Well, the money was in the trailer, and you had access to the trailer. And if Renee wasn't blackmailing anybody...
No, it's true. He was. He was blackmailing me. Been blackmailing me for the last 6 months.
Keith, shut up.
No, I won't. He said Renee sent him. Josh said that Renee wanted everything handled through Josh. He said it was Renee. You lied. It was you.
Well, Renee made me do it. He said he'd fire me if I didn't.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? It's all the dead guy's fault.
It's true.
Okay, Josh, let's say that Renee was the brains behind the organization. You were just a dupe. After Renee died, why didn't you tell us about the blackmail?
Well, I thought maybe...
You thought maybe you'd take the money. Yeah, I can understand that. But then after we found the money and you couldn't have it, why didn't you tell us then?
I told you Josh was the blackmailer. Renee found out. Josh killed him.
No.
Yeah, I thought so too. But then I remember something that Amanda said. Just minutes before Renee died, he was praising Josh and hoping that Connie and Camille wouldn't hire him away.
That's true.
So you were the one in the bathroom this time?
Oh, well, that's no big deal. I mean, so what? I mean, Renee just didn't want to expose Josh yet.
Possibly. But then there's still the matter of the gift basket.
What gift basket?
A gift basket that Keith took to Elliot's trailer. It was expensive, wasn't it, Elliot?
If you like that sort of thing.
Which you didn't. It was full of cheese and pate and red wine, foods that Elliot thinks are poison and would never eat.
Never.
Yeah. Keith knew that, too. But he also knew that cheese and pate, red wine was Renee's idea of heaven. I saw several bottles of that same expensive Bordeaux in his trailer.
You saying the basket was intended for Renee?
Well, that's ridiculous. If Renee was blackmailing me, why would I bring him a gift basket?
Oh, you weren't. The basket was just an excuse in case somebody saw you going in there. Because you knew after Renee died, we'd all be in there searching that trailer. You wanted to get your money back before anybody found it. Unfortunately for you, after the fire, all the trailers were moved to let the fire trucks in. They were all put back, but not in the same place. You went into Elliot's trailer, thinking it was Renee's.
I knew it. I knew you didn't care about me. You're going to replace me with those Japanese Ginzu chefs, hmm?
As soon as I can. Dr. Sloan, your speculations are very entertaining. And if I weren't the subject, I'd applaud. But you can't prove any of it. You certainly can't prove that I killed Renee, and you can't prove that I was anywhere near that bottle of magic.
Except for one thing. When the sprinklers came on, the magic bottle got wet. And when you switched the magic bottle for that one that was full of iodine... Josh, would you show us the palm of your right hand? Renee hand-colored all his own labels. And when Josh grabbed it, that wet dye came right off on his palm. Keith, could we see your right palm?
He was a scoundrel, but he was worth every minute you spent with him.
I don't know.
Oh, I do. When you were with Renee, everything went from black and white to glorious technicolor.
Yeah, I can't think of one way my life was made better by just knowing him.
But he lied to you. He lied to all of you.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't say he lied. He just didn't tell each of us everything we wanted to know.
But he did tell us what we need to hear.
Oh. He said he loved you, honey? He did.
Oh, and one for you.
Okay.
A toast to Renee Fontenot, one of a kind.
To Renee.
To Renee.
Now, so far, I haven't found any physical damage to the eye.
And why can't I see?
I'm concerned that there may be damage to the optic nerve.
Let's get an MRI.
Laura, it's Mark. You've taken a pretty good blow to the head, and that could cause a disturbance in the occipital cortex. That part of the brain that translates the signal from the eye to the brain. Probably why you can't see.
Will this last very long?
Well, we'll have to look at an MRI first.
I think you have to face the fact, Laura. This might be permanent.
You're telling us Laura's never gonna see again?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Damn.
Oh, honey, you all right?
No.
Look, I'll move the table against the wall.
Oh, I can't do this. I can't get around my own house. How am I supposed to get anywhere else?
You can do this.
Oh, how do you know? Do you have any idea what this is like?
No.
If you had given me a choice of losing my hearing or a hand or a foot, the last thing that I would have chosen was this.
Laura, blind people, they live full, wonderful lives. You know, they have families, jobs.
Families? Are we a family, David?
I'd like to try.
What happens when I can take care of myself? What happens then?
Nothing.
I think you leave.
I am not leaving, Laura. I have thought a lot about what you said in the car.
Oh, please.
I want to give our marriage another try.
This is the guilt speaking.
Laura, we had a good thing once. Maybe we can get it back.
Don't do this because you feel sorry for me. Because I can survive. I can survive without you or anybody else.
I want to move back into our bedroom.
On one condition. You swear you'll never see Julie again.
I haven't talked to David since the accident. I have to call him. I can't take it any longer. I have to talk to him. Hear his voice.
Julie, it's been 2 months.
I know how long it's been.
All right, then don't do it. You've waited this long.
God, I've lost him once to that. I can't believe I've lost him again. I know he loves me.
Julie, if he loves you, then why did he marry Laura?
Oh, you don't know her. She wanted to be a doctor's wife, that's all. She never loved David. I loved David. You know, I still do. I have to get over him, don't I?
Even if he left Laura, I mean, how would you know for sure that he's being faithful to you?
Because...
Look, if David wanted to marry you, he would have left his wife.
Thanks for coming over. I didn't know who else to call.
Well, better me than him. You're gonna be fine.
And night's the worst.
You gotta forget about him, Julie.
If there's anything you need during the night, just wake me up.
You know, you don't have to say that every night.
Hello?
I have to see you. Come over.
I can't.
Then I'm coming over there.
It's Julie. I think she's been drinking.
Did you hear me? I said I'm coming over there.
Julie, I don't want to see you.
Why are you saying that? Because Laura's right there? Because she's blind and you feel guilty?
I'm saying it because I don't want to see you, and I don't want you to call.
You don't mean that.
Julie, please.
I can't live without you, David. I won't live without you.
What does that mean?
It means I can't go on like this.
I'm gonna get us an unlisted number. She called here intentionally just to upset me. She knows I'm sitting here. She just can't stand that you chose me over her. What are you doing?
I'm getting dressed.
Don't do this, David.
She's been drinking. I gotta go make sure she's okay.
Please, David, don't do this to me.
I would never forgive myself if something happened to her.
Do you really expect me to believe she'll try to kill herself?
I've never heard her like this before.
At least be honest. This is just a pathetic excuse to go see her.
Look, I won't be long.
You said you loved me. You said we'd get married.
That is what I want.
She'll survive without you. I mean, don't you see what she's doing here? She wants to punish you. She's trying to make you suffer for the rest of your life.
Look, it's not like that.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry. She's a really sweet, loving person. That's why she stole you away from me the first time.
Oh, now we're gonna have to go through this again.
And I'm just positive that she forgave you for having an affair with me and
Julie.
for asking her for a divorce. Yeah, she forgave you for that one.
Julie, listen. Please. I love you.
Then leave her.
You sure you don't want to ride?
No, I need to learn how to take the bus.
Okay. Laura, I'm not sure you're ready for this.
Well, I am. Oh, better get some ice on that. Bye.
David, it's me, Julie.
Julie, what are you doing here?
He asked me to come. Don't start this with me, David.
Just leave the house.
Are you ready?
The camera's on. Go for it.
Okay. Okay, here's a wall. Here's another wall. This is incredible. All right. I'm doing okay. I'm okay. Another wall. Table. This is amazing. I've got it. It's a door.
Nice going, Laura.
I want this. Can I take it home?
Sorry, it's still experimental.
Laura? It's Mark. Well, look at you. You're here and on your own.
I was looking for you, which is a strange thing for a blind person to say.
What are you doing here?
I'm in Dr. Gregg's research project downstairs.
Oh, the mini TV cameras, yeah.
Uh-huh. We get done early, so I thought I'd say hello.
But we haven't seen each other for so long.
And I'll probably never see you again.
You know, you're handling this very, very well.
Well, as best I can.
Look, I'm about to leave. You want to ride?
I can get home the way I came, by bus. Besides, I've got my new best friend, Sam, here, who can help me cross the street.
Oh, come on. Give us a chance to talk, okay?
Okay.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Sam.
I read about this blind woman who ran in the Special Olympics, and then she tried out for the regular Olympics and made the American team.
What, a blind woman?
Yeah. She said she didn't want to be known as a blind runner. She wanted to be known just as a runner.
You know, I'll tell you this. The more time I spend with you, the less I think of you as blind.
Well, that was the point. Can I get you something to drink?
Oh, not really. I just...
Mark?
Laura, stay here for just a minute.
Is something wrong? What's the matter?
I'll be right back.
What is it? Mark? Mark, what's going on?
Hold on.
Mark? Where are you?
In the bathroom. Watch it.
What is it? Where's David?
He's been shot, Laura. I'm sorry. He's dead.
Oh, David. Poor David.
Well, Steve would like to ask you a few questions if you're up to it.
Do you know anybody that might do something like this?
You said I was a robber.
Yeah, that's what we thought at first, but now we think it was somebody trying to make it look like a robbery.
He was smart enough to break the window and the French doors from the outside in. But the sprinklers were on last night. It's muddy outside, and there were no footprints near the front door, and no one tracked mud inside.
And David had a magazine in his hand, and he was shot from down the hall.
We think the shooter was probably someone David knew.
Lara, how did David get the bruise?
It's very embarrassing.
Why?
David was having an affair with a woman named Julie Warren. It ended about 2 months ago, but last night she called and she threatened to kill herself, and he went over to see her. I don't know what happened when she punched him in the eye.
Lieutenant?
Excuse me.
You know you can't stay here.
I don't know. It's my home.
But now it's a crime scene, Laura. You're going to come home with me. Let us through, please. That's it. Folks, the police will be out and make a statement in just a few minutes. Now, excuse us. Excuse me. Please, excuse me.
Yeah, could you just give him a shot?
Laura, can you
Folks, give him some room.
Laura, can you describe this woman for me, this Julie Warren?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's gone. It doesn't seem real. And the worst of it is, you're the only person I can talk to about it. I can't go to the funeral.
It's not a good idea. Maybe a meeting or two wouldn't hurt.
I'm not gonna drink, Jess.
Can you get some time off?
Yeah, probably. Why?
I don't know. Maybe you should take a trip and just get away. Just forget about him.
Yeah, geography's not gonna help. It's here, in my head. What's that? Who is that?
Lieutenant Steve Sloan, LAPD.
Steve, what are you doing here?
Why don't you tell me what you're doing here?
I mean, Julie's a friend of mine. I mean, we work out together. I've told you about her.
Come on in.
Steve's my buddy and my partner in barbecue.
Miss Warren.
Miss? Kind of formal, isn't
Jesse, please.
All right, sorry.
You were seen at David King's house shortly before he was murdered.
Yeah, I was there at 2 o'clock.
You didn't tell me you were there.
Jess?
Okay.
You were having an affair with David King? How often did you go to his house?
I never went there. He sent me an email and asked me to come over.
Steve, you don't think that Julie had anything to do with this murder, do you?
Look, she was seen at the house, Jess, and the investigation's just getting started.
David said come around 2. Laura wouldn't be home. Here's the email. I printed it out. You know, it was strange. He said he was surprised to see me and that he didn't send the email.
So what happened?
Well, we argued. I wanted him to leave Laura. He said he couldn't. And David was so nervous having me in the house, he made me leave.
How long were you there?
5 minutes, max. He was alive when I left.
You own a gun?
Yes, it's registered. It's legal.
You mind if I see it?
No, you can see it. The gun's not here. I wonder what the hell happened to it.
How'd you get in the gate?
Manager, we don't like to let people know we're coming up. You know, gives them too much time, you never know what they'll do.
Listen, I don't think Julie could have done this. You know, I mean, she's torn up over David's death. She loved the guy, and besides, there's another obvious suspect.
David King was shot at a distance of 12 feet. Appeared to be moving at the time, and just one shot was fired, which makes it somewhere between unlikely and impossible that his wife, who was blind, could have done it. Which leaves Julie, our rejected lover, as our #1 suspect.
So you're keeping her under surveillance?
For the time being. All right, thanks. Yeah, this is Lieutenant Steve Sloan with the LAPD. How are you? I'm calling it a homicide we're investigating. I'm looking for any .32 caliber automatic pistols that might have been pawned this afternoon or this evening. What make? All right, don't go anywhere. I'm coming to see you. Right, thanks. Stay here. Hey there. You, see the man in the car over there? He owns a pawn shop. He, says you hocked this gun last night.
And you would be?
Lieutenant Steve Sloan, LAPD.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
So, did you hock the gun or not?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Where'd you get it?
I don't remember.
$20 says that you do.
Steve, I'm getting old. My memory's not as good as it used to be.
$10 says you'll tell me fast, or you'll tell me for nothing.
20.
Fine.
Some woman tossed the gun in the dumpster.
What'd she look like?
She looked like a woman.
So after you left, I searched my whole apartment and the gun isn't here.
I know.
But I did find my ammunition, which I wanted to show you hasn't been opened.
We found your gun, Julie.
Really? Where?
In a pawn shop downtown. According to ballistics, this gun, which is registered to you, fired the bullet that killed David King.
Oh, my God.
We can place you at the crime scene,
You think I did this?
and your fingerprints are on the gun.
You're going to arrest me?
You're under arrest for the murder of David King.
I didn't kill David. I loved him.
I really wish you'd come to lunch with us. We're going to this new place on the pier. They do something with sand dab. It's the most delectable thing you've ever tasted.
Oh, now I'm gonna relax a few minutes and go to Santa Monica for my class.
Okay, we'll give you a ride.
Oh, they're sending a van for me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be fine, Mark. You don't have to worry.
Well, I can't help it.
I know. Thank you.
Look, later this afternoon, we'll go back to your place and pick up some more clothes. I want you to stay here with us.
I already feel like I'm imposing. I should go home.
You're not imposing. And besides, you can't go home. It's still a crime scene. And you can't stay in a hotel.
Mark!
Yeah, we're out here. Okay, I'll go get my jacket. See, Laura's got everything she needs.
Hey, Mara.
Hey.
Need anything?
Yeah. Tell me what's going on at the beach.
Some people walking, and there's a guy swimming, and two very attractive young females jogging along the water.
I keep crying. Ever since David died, I can't help myself. All of a sudden, I just find myself crying.
Sorry.
Okay, all set. You sure you don't want to come with us?
Yeah, I'm positive.
tell you about the sand dabs?
Yeah, he told me. Have a good time. I'll see you tonight.
You better put a sweater on.
Dad, what are you doing?
Talk louder.
Why?
Just keep talking.
What the hell are you doing?
Did I get you? Oh, I never liked that vase anyway.
So then I was right. It is possible.
What's possible?
Well, for a blind person to shoot someone.
At lunch, Jesse had this cockamamie idea.
It's not that cockamamie.
He's so sure that Julie Warren didn't kill David, he's trying to convince me that Laura could have.
Dad, assuming Laura could fire the gun, the big question is, how did she even get the gun?
May I help you?
Oh, yes, thank you. I'm trying to ring my daughter's apartment. I can't see to punch in the code. I'm blind.
Who is your daughter?
Julie Warren?
Oh, I'll help you.
Thank you.
Here you go, right here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Sofa. Chair. Lamp. Bed. Chair.
Okay, you. Put your hands flat on that dresser. Spread them.
Also, you need to understand, I'm a police consultant.
Yeah, and I'm Tiger Woods. Hands on the dresser. Move it.
Dad?
Get your hands up.
I'm a cop. My ID's in my inside jacket pocket. We've got a search warrant.
Take your ID out. Slowly. Put it above your head. Sorry. What's he doing here?
We're running an investigation.
Yeah, next time, turn off the silent alarm.
Was I right? The gun's in the underwear drawer?
You're guessing.
No, your mom used to hide everything in the underwear drawer.
Oh, well, that's great, Dad. There's just one problem. How would a blind person know to turn off the silent alarm?
That's a good question.
Come on, this will only take a minute.
Hi.
All right, when Laura and I were sitting out on the deck, the sun was hitting her in the eyes and they started to tear up.
Boy, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, you can see.
Well, blind people are sensitive to light, too, and heat.
Tell him.
If eyes are going to tear from the sun, it's far more likely to happen to someone with sight.
But it isn't impossible for a blind person, is it?
No.
You know, but the thing of it is, if she had said that her eyes were sensitive because of the sun, I would have believed that. But she said she keeps crying over David.
I haven't seen her cry.
Yeah, neither have I.
You think she can see?
I don't know, but I think we should get her eyes tested again.
Well, wouldn't she tell you if she could see?
Not necessarily.
I'll make an appointment with Laura.
Sloan residence. Hi, Mark. Well, if I were getting my sight back, wouldn't I be the first to know? Oh, I see. No, I understand. I'll be there. Okay, bye.
Get this, Lieutenant Sloan. I need paramedics at 3231 Beach Drive. Got an unconscious woman. Looks like she tripped and fell down the stairs.
P-E-C-F-D. Did you know this was going to happen?
There was a chance. We knew that much.
Try the next line.
Do you think the fall gave me my sight back?
The next line.
L-Q-O-P-A-Z.
I don't buy it.
Which means?
The minute she knew she was going to be tested again, she couldn't pretend to be blind anymore.
You think she's been lying all along?
No, she was blind. She was given every test. There's no question that she couldn't see.
Question is, when did she regain her sight?
Julie Warren couldn't do this.
Well, whoever killed David had to have been able to see.
Yeah, well, she can see. Laura King can definitely see. We just don't know how long that's been the case.
S-L-N-R-J-G-P-E-Z-F-T-D.
Very good.
We found this automatic in the nightstand next to your bed.
You searched my house. You need a warrant to search my house.
I have one.
Well, in that case, what is your point? You know that's not the gun that was used to kill David.
That's true, but Julie has the same type of gun.
Well, David probably gave it to her.
Well, her ammunition was never opened. Your ammunition, which I found with the gun in your bedroom, is missing a full clip of bullets.
David took me to the country and he taught me how to fire the gun. Are you suggesting that I shot David? How could I shoot David when I couldn't see? You brought me here so he could question me.
Well, actually, Laura, I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask you myself.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Well, Julie Warren said that you weren't here at 2 o'clock on the day of the murder. But the hospital's only about a half an hour from here. You didn't get there till 3:30, and that leaves an hour unaccounted for.
You're not accusing me of anything, but you sure are checking me out.
Where were you during that hour?
I took my dog to the pet shop and I got him a bath.
There's also the fingerprints on the computer.
What fingerprints? What are you talking about?
Your fingerprints overlapped all the other fingerprints on the computer keyboard.
Which means you were the last one to use it. And you might have written an email to Julie.
Well, I wrote a letter to my mother. That's what I wrote.
How could you do that when you can't see?
I was a receptionist for 5 years. I touch type. I used the hotkeys instead of a mouse. Is this still a crime scene?
No, we have everything we need.
So I can have my house back?
Yes.
Good. Then get out. Both of you, just get out!
I was sitting right next to Laura over there, and she asked me to tell her what was going on at the beach, and I could tell that she could see.
Quit selling, Jesse.
Jesse, we're convinced Julie didn't do it.
Then why is she still in prison?
Well, she'll be out in a couple of hours. I'm gonna meet with her later. You can come with me if you want.
Thanks, it'd be great.
Here's what I think happened. Laura takes the dog to the pet shop for a bath.
It's true, I checked.
Then she goes by Julie's and steals the gun. She gets home and realizes it's empty, uses her own ammunition to shoot David, then picks up the dog and goes to the hospital.
I assume she gets around by bus, but none of the drivers could identify her.
And she could see.
Well, she certainly couldn't see when we examined her, but she must have been able to see when she shot David.
Revenge. And that's why she framed Julie.
Yeah. That, she probably figured that David would divorce her when he found out she could see.
You should know when I talked to the DA about releasing Julie, he had a serious problem.
Like what?
Well, he says this is all theory. We've got no evidence. How you doing?
Fine.
How does it feel to be out?
Well, you know, I'll be okay.
You've got a hell of a friend in Jesse here.
I know that.
Never stopped fighting for you. Didn't believe you were guilty for a second.
Thanks.
You do the same for me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not.
Hey, I had you brought over here because we need your help.
Well, frankly, you're the last person I wanted to see.
I can understand that.
But I would do anything to get Laura for framing me.
Good. Let's get started. She stole your gun. How'd she get past the silent alarm?
Well, David used to meet me at my apartment. Sometimes he would get there before I would, and he could never remember the code for the silent alarm, so I made him write it down and keep it in his wallet. Maybe Laura came across it, before the accident.
Or afterwards.
But she wouldn't have known the code for the front door, though. That was changed last month.
Well, we think we know how she did that.
Are you saying she regained her sight before the murder?
Yeah. It doesn't require a fall to get your vision back. Sometimes it comes back spontaneously, especially after a few months have passed.
I know this isn't exactly pleasant, but if you could look through these, maybe you'll see something that we missed.
You know what? I can't look at these.
That's all right. You look at these. These were taken by the news photographer.
I don't see anything.
How dare you come to my house?
I can't wait to show you.
How the hell did you get out of jail?
They didn't have enough evidence to hold me. And if I were you, I wouldn't try to plant anymore. I know you killed David, and I think I can prove it.
Isn't it enough that you had an affair with my husband? Why do you want to hurt me like this?
You tried to frame me for murder.
Please. Do you expect anybody to believe that? And David never loved you. He kept leaving you and coming home to me. You're the one with the motive, not me.
Maybe you're right about that. Maybe David never did love me. But you didn't believe he loved you either, did you? I want to show you something. Can we go inside? But trust me, you'll want to see this. What's wrong with this picture?
I don't know. What does this have to do with anything?
Look at it.
I did. I don't see anything.
You're the most fastidious dresser I know. You'll go back to a tailor over and over again until something fits exactly the way you want it to. You have shoes that go with every outfit. David used to complain about that all the time.
Well, what a charming anecdote. I'll take it as a compliment.
Don't. Look at the picture. Your shoes are the wrong color. They don't go with those pants.
Well, in case you've forgotten, I was blind.
Oh, I think the jury's out on that. But even if you were, you still would have known those pants weren't cut for those shoes. Most people wouldn't have noticed. Look, Laura. Those pants are very short. My guess is something happened so that you couldn't wear the right shoes. Maybe you got blood on them after you killed David.
Oh, right.
You tell me.
I didn't kill David.
Well, then you have nothing to worry about.
Where did you get that, picture?
From the newspaper. But I haven't gone to the police, not yet. I wanted you to know that your life is in my hands. I can destroy you anytime I want. Bye.
Whatever you're looking for is gone.
What, you took it?
Depends on what you're looking for.
What'd you take?
A couple of things. A gun.
What else?
You know, I have a dream.
What else did you take out of the dumpster?
I dream I'm not sitting here.
Where are the ladies' shoes?
I dream I'm in a room with a bed, eating a wonderful meal.
There are a pair of ladies' shoes in there along with the gun. What did you do with them?
That would cost you another 100, my dear.
Here.
Over there, around the bend. Friend of mine has them.
Hi.
Knock, knock.
Excuse me?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Girl, you'll stop all that crying. I ain't gonna talk to you.
Well, that's really funny.
Go ahead, you tell me a joke.
Well, you know, I don't know any. I never remember jokes.
No, I mean, talking to nobody who won't tell me no joke.
Well, I'll tell you something really funny. You're sleeping in the street and shoes worth over $300.
You want them?
Yeah. Tell you what, I'll buy them from you.
Can't have them. No, that's funny.
You can name your price.
What you expect me to do, huh? Just walk around here barefoot?
I'll buy you new shoes.
My friend, he gave me these shoes. Don't you think they're me?
I want the shoes.
They're mine.
No, they're mine.
What you trying to say, huh? You trying to say my friend, he stole these shoes?
No, your friend did not steal the shoes. I threw them away by accident, and now I have to have them back.
Allow me to introduce myself. Detective First Class Barbara Quinn. I believe you know Detective Sloan. I'm sure he's heard every word you said, and if not, I have it on tape.
David's blood is on the shoes. We just had to prove they were yours. You're under arrest. Take her away and read her rights. Good work.
Yeah.
Hobo cop.
I don't know what came over me.
David, you mean?
Yeah, it was so strange, Jess, like a drug or something. I thought if I didn't hear his voice or smell his aftershave, I was gonna die. Have you ever felt that way?
Oh, well, let me think. No?
Well, fortunately, I'm coming out of it.
Good. Glad to have you back.
Oh, thank you. I'll race you the bluff.
Hey.
I think she just might beat Jesse. Oh, easy. Will you explain something to me?
Yeah, if I can.
Why is it someone like Imelda Marcos has hundreds of pairs of shoes?
Because she's got hundreds of pairs of feet?
Well, like with Laura, if she hadn't been so vain about her appearance, about how other people see her, nobody would have thought twice about those shoes. She could have gotten away with murder.
What are you kidding? Was Sherlock Sloan on the case? She never had a chance.
bạn. Nay mình sẽ dẫn các bạn viết chữ lưu lượng và thông hóa nhé. Lưu lượng thông hóa. Lưu là lượng lưu lượng ương là ương là lưu là lượng lưu lượng ương là ương là lưu là lượng lưu lượng lưu lượng ương là ương là lưu là lượng lưu lượng lưu lượng thông hóa này, hồng thông hồng hóa sắc hóa ông oa thông hóa ông oa hồng thông hồng hóa sắc hóa thông hóa ông oa hồng thông hồng hóa sắc hóa thông hóa ông oa hồng thông hóa sắc hóa thông hóa. Đã miệng xong, bè bạn.